I've been looking around the community and I've seen the leaks, speculations, and criticism, and I've noticed a few things. People don't seem to care nowhere near enough about custom games from the good old days. It's either a post about another desync or a long post about what 343 screwed up this time, and trust me, I'm not here to discredit your criticism. Like you, I have eyes and ears, and modern gaming has made us aware of the stuff that goes on today. But let's take a rewind and ask a simple question. What's the next big step to turn it around? But before we get into the video, let's start from the very beginning. To the masterpiece we all know and love, Halo 3. Released in 2007, the third installment of the critically acclaimed franchise was blessed with its greatest entry ever. But why? Why after almost 2 decades is Halo 3 revered with such love and admiration that most modern IPs could only dream of? Look, my personal take may be a bit different from the norm, but I do believe it's the reason why Halo 3 was so good. What I want to do is provide a simple explanation and hope it can help Infinite replicate this. In my opinion, what made Halo 3 greater than its predecessors aren't solely the enhanced graphics, fantastic multiplayer, or the conclusion to an epic story. No, Halo 3's longevity and success can be attributed to Forge. Don't get me wrong though, multiplayer is still an absolute focal point in the franchise, but I think Forge is just as important if not more. Let's tap into some nostalgia for a second. You wake up early on a cold December day, you hastily flip the covers over and rush into the living room, barely clothed. You see boxes, and after ripping off sheets of colorful paper, you see your brand new Xbox and copy of Halo 3. You breathe in the scent of the plastic and paper and rush to plug in the console. Sound familiar? Maybe to a few, as thousands would experience this core memory more than a decade ago. This would be a great escape into a new world, separating yourself from bullying or the struggles of a harsh household. Leaving reality felt damn good as a child, and Halo 3 allowed a lot of kids to experience it truly for the first time. During this era, the internet was still relatively new and a luxury to many. Gaming was also very much different back then. Many only had 1 or 2 AAA titles to play every year or so, and although most games were limited to technology, they were relatively finished. Day 1 features were experimented with and helped foster the creativity of its players, and some of the most iconic custom game modes would be burned into our memories for years and we wouldn't even know. All it took for many to get introduced to a masterpiece was a simple invite from a stranger. You accept and join the lobby of almost a dozen players, mics lighting up with excitement, and drop into an unfamiliar experience like no other. You're confused, but you can't stop laughing, as this is nothing like Team Slayer or CTF. This is you and maybe your friend sitting on a cramped pile of boxes, dodging fusion coils from a pink hammer-wielding elite, and you're having fun. Between screams and wacky death rattles, you and your newfound allies have forged bonds that will last for years. Long-boring days end up in you booting up your Xbox, jumping right into some of the goofiest action-packed modes the gaming world has ever seen. This was the peak for many players in the Halo community, dozens of game nights with a full roster of classics. And in my opinion, the ability for thousands of players to experience custom games is what made Halo 3 the best Halo of all time. It created some of the most valuable experience in the franchise we love, and as players, all we want to do is recreate the same feeling of addictive nostalgia. The file browser in Forge must come back to Halo Infinite, that's a no-brainer. But it cannot come to the game in a sloppy or disorganized state. The combination of these features and modes are what made Halo 3 great. The other Halos benefited greatly, but the focus drifted away towards competition and other factors. Halo Infinite can reach that point, but it just needs the right tools just like Halo 3. The combination of a seamless file browser and the freedom of creation is all anybody needs to make art. I'm no game developer or industry guy, but I know one thing. Your game isn't going to do well if you don't have working parts. I know we're supposed to be getting features added to the game, but these days you can't stress this topic enough. Sometimes dead horses have to be beat. Look, Halo custom games have been a main driver of fun for so long, and I don't see enough love for it. To me, it will breathe new life into the community and make people want to hop on and explore the game. The wacky stuff like Jenga Tower, Fat Kid, and Infection maps could make a glorious return, and let's face it, With the game being free, all your friends would have low commitment to come hop on and play like a Fall Guys ripoff. All you need to make memories is a group of friends and a good map. And great memories make a great game. Look, Forge, in my opinion, made Halo. Sure, it may not be the whole reason for Halo 3's critically acclaimed success, but what it did do was help create a special bond that thousands share with their friends today. Think about how many people you may have because of it. And especially during these times where money or competition is above fun, it helps to try and be a kid again. Tap into your inner child and foster the memories and experiences you've collected. I mean, to me, the result is invaluable. And if given the right catalyst, could put Halo back on the map where we know it belongs. But hey, that's enough of me. I feel like I've been rambling way too long. Just let me know in the comments below. What was your favorite custom game? And do you still even play with some of your friends from back in those days? I would like to know. Maybe I'm just crazy. But like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Technique out.